Hi Scorpio, welcome to your When the X Returns reading for February 2019. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, and I will also add that X's are X's for a reason. I get it. There's also that one though that, there's that one that got away, or distance or timing might have been a factor in deciding to break up, but you really did care deeply for that person. It was just a matter of distance or time. So it takes a look at all of that. All right, Scorpio. Speaking of distance, waiting on something that you put out there and waiting for the return, for an answer to come in, that sort of thing. Happily ever after, happy home, and having to wait for that. So I think this person is somebody, we've got two cards about waiting. I think this is somebody that you're willing to wait for, or somebody, it's like you're both waiting for each other. Interesting. Whoops, what am I doing here? The moon, Pisces or Cancer, it could be. 5 of Swords, 6 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So, Scorpio, this person is... Why did I do that? What do we got going on here? This person is kind of confused about you, or I shouldn't say confused. I feel like they are mistrusting. All right, my card's got a bit messed up here. I feel like this person thinks there's deception or a lot of unknown, a lot of mystery, a lot of unclear answers, and not in a good way, not like, oh, the excitement and mystery. This is someone that there's just too much unknown, and it could be that when things broke up or when they think of you, they're just like, there's just so many unanswered questions, like, why didn't it work out? Why couldn't we work out? You know what I mean? There's a feeling of sadness here that things did not progress or work out. I think this person is still having some conflict over it. I think they're still kind of upset. I don't think that they're able to really find happiness right now with someone else. In fact, I think that dating might be something that they've just completely cut themselves off from. What's this moon about? Trying to understand and come to grips with the ending, trying to move on, trying to, and this is heavy duty. This person is really going through it. You had a major impact on this person, and rightfully so, especially if this was a relationship of longevity and a soulmate relationship. We've got the family, happily ever after, and we've got nostalgia, childhood, past life connection. This is kids. This is a relationship that has a lot of longevity and a soulmate. So this person's in need of healing and balance, and they have questions. So if they show back up, I think they're honestly wanting to know why. Let's see what this 6 of Cups is about. 6 of Cups. Wow, Scorpio. Yeah, this person's really trying to come to grips with this ending here. Again with the moon, there was a I think they might. Maybe they think it was the right thing to do, although there's still so many unanswered questions, or there was a lot of deception involved. And because of the deception, maybe the relationship couldn't withstand it. So maybe there was a lot of love, and there was this was a good relationship in other areas, but maybe something came to light that it was just like, we just can't, it's just better for us to part ways. I can't handle the deception and not knowing. We got the moon twice here. Too many things hidden in secret, too many unanswered questions, too much uncertainty about the future. Perhaps they're coming back in because they want to say they're sorry. Justice shows up sometimes when someone wants to issue an apology. So it could be that someone feeling badly or feeling like, it was the right thing to do to leave. I'm sorry. Things shouldn't have progressed like that. And it's not really clear who left what. And it's just that there was an ending here, and we've got all these major arcana here. We're probably talking about a marriage, a couple of decades, or, a 10-year marriage, or a 10-year, like a decades-long relationship. This is pretty heavy duty. All right, so I don't think they're dating. I think that might be something they've cut themselves off from right now. They're not If they are dating, it's just sex. It's not anything that it's solely for their own need. It's all about them, about their needs getting met, and that's it. It's not anything with depth or emotion. There's still wow. Okay, so what's this Nine of Pentacles about? That's what it is, because they came back for questions and healing, because here we have them as the Nine of Pentacles. So they probably still feel connected to you in some way, and that would make sense if you have kids, or if it was a relationship or a marriage of longevity. But I think they want answers. I think they want healing. I think they want absolution. I think they want to say they're sorry. I think they want to be forgiven. And this is them going off alone to think about things, to come to grips with things, probably understanding that the ending had to be, because we've got this hangman that wants what they want but can't have it because they don't know how to, they have to change their thinking, their habits, their way of life in order to get what they want. So they probably want you, and they can't have you because of something that they did, or because maybe there was a lot of deception on their part. So they probably want to be with you, but they know it's best for them to be alone right now, and to heal, to examine quite a few things, or maybe this is them not understanding why they do what they do or what happened, and this is them taking the time to look and reflect on that, trying to process the ending and come to grips with it. And until they change something about either their thinking or their habits, this is the relationship they're going to have with you, coming back to touch base and I'm sorry and I need you to forgive me, but then I have to go off on my own and be by myself. There's something that's keeping them from you, and I don't even think they realize what it is. There's something about them that keeps them from being able to make that change or to understand what's happened. Okay. And I think both of you are kind of just, this feels very hangmanish here, because it's about setting something in motion and then waiting and seeing what happens. So maybe they're waiting. I don't think they're wanting to get back together with you, though. I think you're waiting to see what happens. And I think they want healing and absolution, but they honestly don't know what's going to happen for the future, and neither do you. And that was probably why there was the breakup, because it was just like, you can't build, a house on shifting sand, And I think they also understand that. They understand their culpability and their part in it. This is saying that they think that things were quite secretive, misunderstood, deception was afoot, and they're trying to deal with it. But I also think that this is, I don't know, I feel like there was deception on both parts, and because of that deception, but I feel like it was them. I don't feel like it was you. I think this is them trying to understand the ending, and they have a lot of questions, and then we get over here and it's about things were hidden, things weren't brought to light because of the deception, because of the unclear nature, because of this might be anxiety and mental health issues. And this is someone being like, you know what, I just need to go deal with all of this stuff by myself. I mean, it could be that. I don't think too many people get divorced over that, but like, hey, you know what, I'm having some mental health issues, so let's just get divorced and I'll touch base with you. I don't think that's the case here, but I do think that things were not what you thought they were, or things were not what they thought it was in the relationship. A lot of things need to get cleared out, uncovered, discovered, talked about, aired out, and that's probably what this is right here, the process of that beginning for them coming back. Scorpio, lots of scenarios there. Scorpio, someone just wanting to begin the process of healing and clearing the air and understanding. It's like they're not even at the point of wanting to get back together. They just want to offer an apology. They want to understand, but they're largely wanting to do the process by themselves. I mean, they're wanting to stay separate. This isn't about getting back together and going through it together. It's about getting information, saying they're sorry, and then going off on their own to process and deal with it and try to create and start anew. They know they have to move on. They know that this was just insurmountable in the relationship, but they still have a lot of questions, a lot of confusion about it. The fates. Karmic relationship. Got the moon, we got justice, 6 of cups, past life, temperance. I'll get to that one in a minute. The fates. Okay. What else for Scorpio? It could be that they were deceptive, but I think this is just deceptive on a grand scale. When it shows up like this, I feel like it speaks to getting in our own way repeatedly and not knowing why, but it's a destructive thing that it gets in between relationships, and whatever it is over time starts to erode and destroy. So maybe it wasn't an action they did, maybe it was just the fact that they were just not able to be, there was just a part of them that kept them connecting or something, some kind of denial or deception. Things were not what they seemed. There were too many questions. I'm going to keep saying that. I'll shut up. Resolution. I think that's what this is. I think this is someone coming back to understand, and I think they've also started on this process by themselves to try and understand and resolve what got in the way of this relationship, to put the pieces together, to reflect, to analyze. And I feel like this person is just at the beginning of it. I don't think that they're well on their way. I think that this is fairly new, and they're still coping, like inside of 3 months new, inside of 3 to 6 months new, and they're still kind of coping with the whole separation thing, and how am I going to be without this person, or how do I go from here? What happened? Will you still talk to me? I'm willing to start listening, that sort of thing. So if there is a reunion here, it's way off, because this person's got some sorting out to do. This is not about a reunion, though. This is about forgiveness. I'm sorry, and it's funny. It's not funny. It's about forgiveness, and I'm sorry. You would think that, can I please make it up to you? Can we get back together? Would follow that, but it's not here. It's not. Scorpio. Okay, so whatever is set in motion, if there's due diligence and there's focus and like a daily practice towards your goal, dedicated self-discipline, that sort of thing, it's going to be worth it in the end. So this would be about you two healing and recovering and getting through this with the help of each other, but not together. There will be that resolution. There will be that clearing. Things will come to light. This will be understood. But again, it's a process, and it's going to take a long time. This is the star card, or well, the numbers, it's 17, which is 8. This is also an 8, just saying. Well, I'm going to see what that says. But I feel like you two are going to be helping each other through this breakup, but there's not going to be a reunion or reconciliation, at least not for a while. If that's what you were hoping for, it's not happening right now. Okay, let me see what this says here. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are, not to try to make them otherwise suit you. This is the time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if they are and hello? What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept that you cannot change. Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you have to, I'm so sorry. Even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. Wow. Okay, so maybe that's what was misunderstood, was that there was a relationship started when, oh, it's going to be so great, this and this and this, and then over time, people disappoint each other because you don't live up to somebody else's expectations. But then, was that a fair expectation in the first place? Maybe this is sorting all that out, that since this is a relationship of longevity, when you two got married or together, it was way back when, and now that the relationship's ended, both of you are changed, you're older, you're grown, and there's a lot to sort out, because it's like, what happened? Just what happened? We started off so happy. We started off so, you know what I mean? It's interesting that it brought up about control and about trying to make someone who they're not, or that seems to be a huge part. I think that's directly tied to this moon here, that issue of seeing things for what they are versus what we want something to be and trying to make it into that. And then just over time, you can't outstay like that discomfort or knowing that you know that you have to go because it's just not right. There's too many unanswered questions, too many things hidden, too many things not right. You got to go. You don't want to, but you got to go. It's the right thing to do. All right. I've talked long enough. I hope this was helpful. I know I started repeating myself there. I hope to see you in the next reading. I hope this resolves for you and you two are able to help each other through it. This is a tough one because it seems like you still care. It just didn't work out. All right, Scorpio, I wish you luck with this. Be kind to yourself and the other person. You both are really struggling right now, I'm sure. Okay. Yeah, see here, sorry, just got it, because the whole thing, where is it, this right here? This is wanting something, but then if it doesn't fit, trying to make it fit, but not working out because you can't make it be something it's not. And I think this person is starting to realize that how that's related to why things ended. Okay, shutting up. I hope to see you in the next reading. I wish you luck with this, okay? All right, you take care, Scorpio.